Good morning to you, James Brierton, Jared Smith. We're just having a little bit of a casual weather conversation as we're tracking this coastal low. We're going to talk about the winter weather reports across the Piedmont, but let's go back down to Charleston. Jared Smith's with us,
Mhm.
talking a little bit about the
Yep.
situation there along the South Carolina coast.
Yep. Again, good morning, everybody. We have been, last night about this time, if you've been following the weather, we had some concerns that heavy rain was going to coincide with a really high tide and cause some flooding issues. This has not materialized, and it doesn't look like this is going to materialize at this point because, as we've seen, a couple of the stronger cells are offshore, but we're seeing much of the rain, much of the heaviest rain, develop and stay north, and eventually will translate northeast of the area as the coastal low, which is roughly off of, should be off of the Broad River at this point. As this continues to translate northeast, it's going to deepen and it's going to cause quite a bit of problems, maybe in the Grand Strand and up into North Carolina to be sure, but less and less likely that we're going to see issues with Charleston. High tide was an hour ago. That did peak out pretty high, about 6.7 feet, before finally falling off. So the wind is there. The wind definitely drove the tides up this morning, but it has not been bad. For my part this morning, when I did my Kokoraz observation this morning, it was about 0.69 inches of rain. So again, most places seeing about 3/4 of an inch of rain or so. We'll probably see an inch of rain before this is over, but the heaviest rain rates are going to be very, very isolated at this point, isolated to embedded thunderstorms. And again, all of this is going to get out of here in the next couple hours. Here's a water vapor loop, and I'm just going to set this into motion here, and I'm just going to kind of tab through here. You can see the big swirl uh, crossing into, now getting into the Blue Ridge, the upstate of South Carolina, and into the mountains of North Carolina, crossing really kind of paralleling the Alabama-Georgia border there, Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee border. And you can see that swirl here as that upper low moves in. That is going to help. That is helping to kick off some pretty nice convective activity offshore. But the other thing of note, and this is going to be most interested to us at the coast here, is you see these oranges and this deep red here. This is sinking air. This is dry air. This is rain-eating air, and this is going to shut off much of the rainfall here over the next couple hours. And so, what to expect this morning is basically, we're going to have. This is the high-res rapid refresh model, and you can see this is the 11Z run. We're just going to kind of take it through time here. We're going to see our little coastal low here right off of Charleston. This is in about 10 o'clock. Still some showers around, but you'll see that the heaviest rain, the heaviest reflectivity is going to stay offshore. So the winds are going to go around to the north and then to the northwest, and then move it ahead to noon. You can see the simulated radar already starts to dry out around noon, and then by 2 o'clock, much of this rain and this coastal low will be off of Wilmington, or very, very near Wilmington, if the model is correct, and we'll be drying out. So we may see some sunshine by the end of the day here, James. So definitely
It's a
a
very
situation where
spring day in the Carolinas.
it
We're
is
talking
a
heavy
very,
rain, we're talking winter weather in some locations, but don't worry, by this afternoon, it'll be like it never even happened.
yeah, that's about right. I mean, tomorrow looks great. But right now we're still contending with this again. One more time, hit the radar before I got a skedaddle. But you can see the pivot of the upper low a little bit, and very subtly you can maybe see a little bit of the reflection of the surface low underneath the larger windshield here. But again, this dry slot, as we showed you on the satellite, is punching it and is already starting to punch into the low country, and we should see the rain shut off here in the next couple hours. So again, slick roads, certainly a possibility. Brief periods of heavy rainfall, certainly a possibility. However, the window for significant flooding in downtown Charleston has passed. So feeling pretty good about that. And hopefully we have a pretty uneventful rest of the day, James.